Good people don't suffer because they are weak. They suffer because their hearts are wired differently. They feel deeper, notice more, love harder, and break silently. The world isn't designed for people like them, because good people judge others based on their own sincerity, forgetting that most people don't operate with the same level of honesty or empathy. This is the dark truth. The more genuine you are, the more you attract those who take advantage of that sincerity. And it is not because good people are naive, it's because they refuse to believe that darkness can exist in someone they care about. Good people carry unspoken battles. They overthink small things because they don't want to hurt anyone. They apologize even when they're not wrong. They forgive too easily because they value peace more than winning. And they stay loyal long after they've been disappointed because they see the potential of who someone could become. But this is exactly why good people suffer the most. They live in a world where manipulation is disguised as affection, where selfish intentions hide behind kind words, and where people often leave without explanation. Good people assume they're the problem when someone mistreats them, not realizing that their depth of emotion exposes them to wounds that shallow people never feel. The psychology behind this is simple yet painful. The more emotionally intelligent a person is, the more they tend to absorb the emotions of others. Good people feel responsible for the moods, reactions, and comfort of the people around them. They become emotional caretakers without even noticing it. They suppress their own needs, telling themselves it's better to keep quiet than risk conflict. They comfort others while silently falling apart. And because they rarely complain, no one realizes how much they endure. But here's the deeper layer. Good people suffer because they seek connection that is real, honest, and safe, something incredibly rare in today's world. And when they don't receive the same energy back, their mind starts creating painful narratives. Maybe I'm too much. Maybe I care too deeply. Maybe loving me is a burden. It isn't true. Their suffering is not a flaw, it is evidence of their emotional depth. But trauma reshapes them. Every betrayal teaches them to doubt their intuition. Every heartbreak makes them more cautious. Every disappointment adds another layer of emotional armor. Yet even when they try to become cold, it never lasts. Good people aren't wired for indifference. They can fake it for a while, but their heart always pulls them back to who they truly are. And the world keeps demanding more from them because they rarely say no. They offer understanding to people who never try to understand them. They stay present for people who disappear when they need support. They love with a purity that scares those who can't reciprocate. Eventually, exhaustion becomes a personality. Their smiles become smaller. Their boundaries become stricter. Their circle becomes smaller. Their trust becomes harder to earn. But here's the truth most people overlook. When good people finally decide to walk away, they don't come back. They tolerate for too long, yes, but once they lose respect, once they feel the emotional cost is too high, they disappear quietly, permanently, and without explanation. Their suffering shapes them, but it also strengthens them. The same heart that attracted pain will eventually attract depth. The same kindness others exploited will one day be treasured by someone capable of giving just as much. Good people suffer the most because they love with intensity, they care with honesty, and they see the world not as it is, but as it could be. And while this brings pain, it also builds a version of them that is wise, rare, and unbreakable. Their suffering is not a curse, it is the fire that refines them. One day, they will meet someone who treats their kindness as a gift, not an opportunity. And in that moment, they will realize the problem was never that they were too good. It was that the world wasn't good enough for them yet.